Welcome to the second episode of the Quantum Blueprint, the missing capstone of the Great Pyramid. I am Saladin JRB and I'm thrilled to take you on a journey where science meets spirituality and some of the mysteries of the universe intersecting with personal transformation and spiritual growth. In this podcast, we will explore questions that have fascinated many people for centuries. What lies beyond the physical world? How are we connected to the vast cosmos? And what roles do quantum physics, metaphysics, and ancient wisdom play in shaping our understanding of reality? How can we make a better world by expanding our consciousness? Each episode will dive into topics like quantum consciousness, the ether, sacred geometry, numbers architecture, planetary grid, sacred sites, and practical application of the ether. Together we will connect the dots between scientific discoveries and timeless spiritual insights, always looking for ways to apply these ideas to our everyday lives. Whether you are a curious seeker, a science enthusiast, or someone looking to expand their inner world, you are in the right place. Join me as we unlock the hidden dimensions of reality and uncover the blueprint that ties it all together. Let's begin. In the first episode, we talk about how the Great Pyramid of Giza somehow relates to the speed of light, wonder how ancient structures might encode mathematical codes linking circuit sites around the planet, and ponder what the concept of etheric energy may be in terms of an unseen yet incredibly strong force. It is a rich exploration of topics that could reshape our understanding of reality. Today, in this second episode, we have an entirely new aspect of the whole subject, the missing capstone of the Great Pyramid. It has long been assumed that the Great Pyramid at Giza had a top that is no longer there, which means the pyramid looks like a perfect four-sided triangular structure. It is not pointed at the top like a triangle, but is flat. The capstone is added to the structure after it is almost completed, just before the top. It is said to be the same shape but smaller to finish off the shape. Two pyramids of different sizes. And it is supposed to be the most important piece that gives the pyramids its actual purpose. There have been many speculations and assumptions through the ages as people have tried to understand what happened to the capstones of the Great Pyramid. Also, some might refute the existence of the capstone. If the capstone didn't exist, what was the exact purpose of building the huge monument that took so much effort and time? And so the question comes down from centuries because the ancient civilizations knew that there was no purpose to it without a capstone. Also, it is believed that the capstone was either made of gold or covered by a layer of gold. What would be the reason? That too is an enigma. While most researchers believe it was to show the riches and glory of the pharaohs, others say there was another and more important purpose, a functional purpose of the Great Pyramid. The metal absorbed the sun's energies and was used as the main part of the entire structure, and made it work like turning the key to a machine. The Great Pyramid was covered with polished limestone, and with this golden capstone, it shone at night like a bright star on Earth, which would have been visible from space. As we discussed in the first episode, the ancient original prime meridian, there is an irrefutable fact, and it is the numerical correlation between the latitude of the Great Pyramid of Giza in degrees and the speed of light in meters per second. Both share the same digits, 2997992,458. Knowing that this is a solid fact, we may add that the capstone is an important piece of the Great Pyramid, which can be interpreted as light, while the Great Pyramid without a capstone only mirrors its physical form. So the Great Pyramid embodies both matter and light. The sizes of the Great Pyramid and its capstone can potentially represent the distribution of matter and light within a body, similar to earth and water within a human body. Something here to be investigated further. The physical body, matter, can be the Great Pyramid without a capstone, and the light body can be the capstone of the Great Pyramid located at the top. The top is representative of heaven, the ether, while the base of the Great Pyramid represents the earth. The Great Pyramid embodies the four elements as we know them: earth, fire, air, and water. And the fifth element, ether, is at the top. This is the most simple way to relate the five elements with the Great Pyramid and its capstone. This is an alchemical machine working with all the elements, not just the earth at its base. The water and air and fire must be involved in the function of the Great Pyramid. And the capstone is one of the important keys. The great mystery here lies within the implication of the alchemical cycle between all the elements in the Great Pyramid. Another important point to highlight in this episode is that the Great Pyramid encodes the size of the Earth by a factor of 43,200. 432 is an important harmonic number that I discussed further in my Substack publication, The Quantum Blueprint. The article is called The Healing Powers of 432 Hz. The question arises, how did the ancient builders discover the measurements of the Earth? And why did they base the Great Pyramid's dimensions on multiples of 432? So if you wish to read more content on this, I invite you to read the article on my Substack. It is interesting to note that if we added the capstone at the top with the value obtained in Monk's models, the height would be approximately 480.34 feet. There may be many theories about the exact value of the height of the capstone, but the maximal value that can be reached would be the palindromic number 484 feet. Derived from the canonical number 3960 described by John Michell in the New Jerusalem diagram. If we take the Earth polar radius in miles as 3960, the new height of the Great Pyramid with its capstone is 484 feet. So when you read the number from the right to the left, it'll be the same. And 484 feet is about 3.65 feet over Monk's value of 480.34 feet. The number 3.65 reminds us of an important quantity used to measure time: 365.242 days per year, number of days per solar year. So we can work numerically with more accuracy some patterns or quantities that strengthen the fact that all things are connected. As such, time and space are definitely interconnected, and some important numbers are somehow linked. The measurement in feet and the number of days for a solar year, reminding us of this great interconnection. Everything in the universe is orderly, structured, and connected with wisdom. Now I would like to speak further about the mirror between the Great Pyramid and Earth. The Great Pyramid and its capstone represent the northern hemisphere of Earth, as its height is a mirror of the polar radius, from the center to the North Pole. The capstone, being the light body of the Great Pyramid, naturally aligns with the idea of the North Pole as Earth capstone. its light body entry point. Both serve as energetic convergence points. The pyramid channels and harmonizes cosmic and terrestrial energy, while the North Pole, through phenomena like the auroras, reveals the interaction of solar and magnetic forces. The geometric precision of the Great Pyramid, encoded with universal constants like pi and phi, mirrors Earth design and energetic flows, symbolizing an intricate connection between Earth's structure and its role as a cosmic entity. The missing capstone symbolizes completion and divine energy, much like the North Pole might symbolize a gateway to higher realms or hidden dimensions. This raises intriguing questions about the Hollow Earth theory, which envisions Earth Pole as entry points to an inner world. If the North Pole represents the capstone of Earth's light body, could it also signify a bridge between Earth's surface and its inner realms? Similarly, the Great Pyramid, as a reflection of Earth's size, structure and energy, may serve not only as a terrestrial node, but also as a symbolic or energetic link to the inner workings of our planet. This opens the possibility that both the Great Pyramid and Earth poles are part of a greater, interconnected system, bridging outer and inner worlds, and reflecting Earth's deeper mysteries waiting to be understood. So now we're coming to the end of this second episode, and I will end by asking those questions which will push you to investigate further. If the Great Pyramid and its capstones mirror Earth's size, structure and energy, could they reveal a deeper connection between Earth's surface, its inner realms and the cosmos? Second question, and if the North Pole acts as Earth's light body entry point, might it symbolize a gateway to hidden dimensions or an inner world waiting to be explored? Let me know what you think in the comments. Looking forward to hearing from your feedback. So this is the second episode of the Quantum Blueprint, the missing capstone of the Great Pyramid, and I shall see you on the third episode. Thank you for listening, and see you to the next episode. Thank you.